Hi and welcome to another episode of Get Growing. I'm Steve and I'm here on my allotment. Today I'm going to tell you a bit about something I'm growing, give you information and some history about it. Maybe that'll be of some interest. So here we have what's called the strawberry tree. The Latin name is Arbutus unido. It's a shrub and it's quite attractive really. It grows these lily of the valley like flowers followed by some really vibrant looking fruit. This is not what I'm growing it for. Well, I'm partly growing it for that because it is a beautiful plant. But the reason that I'm growing this is because I want to make an alcoholic beverage. Now you might be asking, how can you make that off this? Well, the fruits that it produces are known as medronho in Portuguese or madrone in Irish. In Portugal, they do something a bit different with this. When the fruits come out in autumn, the population of the town goes to the shrubs on the hillside or in the farmland or in their area, and they pick the fruit. And what they do is they come back as a community and they distill the fruit and make a beverage called aguardente de medronho. And we better know it as firewater. Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to make this. I mean, I don't have the barrels, the casks. I don't even have the time to make it like they do. I mean, this takes like a year to produce or longer maybe. So what I'm gonna do is simply make a shortcut. So I will pick the fruit in about November or October, depending on the weather in the summer. Might be a bit later or earlier, depending. And then what I'll do is, like traditional way, I'll like making wine or making any sort of drink like that. I'll mush the fruit down into sort of paste. Then I'll leave it. I'll put sugar in and I'll put an alcohol in. Now, usually they would leave it to ferment in their own way, and it takes a lot longer. But I'm going to add gin or vodka or something like a clear alcoholic drink to it, just to help it get on its way. So what I'll do is I'll put that in a big jar, and I'll leave the fruit in for about 3 months. Then I'll take the fruit out, remove it after 3 months, put it in a sieve, then sieve away that excess gunk and things like that. And then I'll leave the jar in the shade, in the dark, for a further maybe 4 or 5 weeks. And then when I bring it out, it'll be ready to serve. It'll be very interesting to see how it turns out. So as I'm doing this later on in the year, if this thing flowers, I don't know. It's quite a young plant, I only got it last year. But if I have a chance to make this next year, or this year even, sorry, I will come back with an episode about that. So just a little episode here to tell you about this plant and its usefulness on my allotment. So that's the end of this episode. I just wanted to tell you a bit more about this useful plant and what I'm doing with it on my allotment. Don't forget to follow, like and share so you can receive updates on when our next episodes are coming out. Cheers.